All right, so I'm making a video here of installing a 7.5 front diff for a Toyota Tacoma. So this is a pre-runner. I'm doing a 4x4 conversion swap on it. And after reading several videos, some YouTube videos on some things to do after a really rough go at it, I've decided to, let's see if you can see it, probably not. I took the main bolt off the motor mount. If you can see there, I took the main mount off and pushed it up. Of course, the stud popped out, and now it's actually sitting flat on the motor mount, the upper motor mount. So now I've got to, hopefully, if I've got room when I get this diff in here, I'm going to have to raise the engine up, and then I'm going to have to take the lower half of the mount off that has the pad on it. It's 2 screws on each side, and then reattach that to the engine mount, and then set it back down on the frame. But anyway, you live and you learn. I should have just took the 2 screws out and had the whole mount that's attached to the frame come off of it. So we're down to this. I've read several reviews of people trying to put these diffs in, and they're super difficult because this bottom stud here on the rear mount has to go up and over top of the cross member, the rear cross member, and then these 2 fronts bolt up to the bottom. So what happens here is this can't go straight up and then straight in. It has to go at an angle so you can get that stud in the rear up over top of the cross member, and then start jacking up these 2 points here. The reason I undid that motor mount bolt was because there wasn't enough clearance for this companion flange. Once you got it up over top of the cross member, it was hitting the bell housing, the transmission bell housing. So I got a couple cool tips from Timmy the Toolman, from some suggestions that he got from some other people. So one of the main things that I was concerned about were people were not using transmission jacks. They were using regular jacks. They were using regular jacks, and they were balancing the diff on that little bitty, 6-inch round circle, whereas the transmission jack has got a huge plate on there. Now, some people are saying there isn't any room because the plate is too wide and the plate runs into stuff up there, but I've had no issue doing it. One thing I did do was I moved these brackets down, and I made this little catch with these 2 corners, and I put a piece of 2x4 here. Put a piece of polishing cloth here, and the reason for this 2x4 is I'm going to set my diff here, the main body of it, and I'm going to tilt it up a little bit. As you can see, the jack's already tilted, and it tilts forward and back. So I'm already going to tilt it back a little bit, and then when I put my diff on there, I'm going to tilt it back even further because I need this stud off the front of this so it can go up and over top of the cross member. If the stud's laying on here, then this plate is going to get in the way, and I'll never get the stud. I suppose once I got it that close, I could pick up the front of the companion flange and push it on over. But I'm just going to go ahead and have it sitting anyway. Let me pause this for a second, and I'll get the diff up there and show you what I'm talking about.